Hello, everyone. I'm Manoj Raju, the recently re-elected public defender of San Francisco. Great to be with you today, and welcome to a new chapter of our Daring Defender series. Today, I'm super excited to talk about our End the Cycle initiative. This is an initiative that really recognizes the fact that public defenders can be a vital part of public safety. Public defenders can be a vital part of strong communities and community health. Today, we're joined by two of our new social workers in the office, Michael Brown and Ana Flores, to provide some insight into what really works when we meet people where they're at and try to facilitate them getting to a better place. And when we think about public defenders, we often think about us as being the people in the courtroom fighting for just outcomes, but we're also a department that really tries to get people to a better place in their life and hopefully reduce further contact with the system. And with that, welcome, Michael and Ana. Really excited to have you here today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to the Public Defender's Office and what your current role is? Why don't we start with you, Ana?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Ana Flores, she, her. Just a little bit about my background. My background lies in mental health and case management. I used to work with the street crisis response team, so providing individuals with support and care who've had severe mental health and substance issues. I have a BA in cultural anthropology. My role here as a court alternative specialist is meeting with our clients while they're in custody and just evaluating their needs, identifying what needs they have, and just making those appropriate linkages and providing them with the support and resources that they need.
Thank you, Ana. And Michael?
My name is Michael Brown. I'm born and raised in San Francisco's Mission District. I went to school and I double majored in political science and international relations with a minor in Latino studies at San Francisco State University. And I'm currently in the process of taking the LSAT. My background is in community service, right? I come from community-based nonprofit organizations. I'm part of the Latino Task Force. I'm the co-chair of the Latino Task Force's Violence Prevention and Reentry Committee. I've served 2 years on the San Francisco's Reentry Council. I also worked for the school district as the Family, Immigrant, and Refugee Liaison. But with all that said, like my passion is to give back and help my community. So what better place to provide those kind of services than the Public Defender's Office in this unit.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm going to kick it back to you, Ana, and I'd like you to, tell us about issues you've encountered and help clients address through End the Cycle.
Yes, of course. Also forgot to mention earlier, so myself and then Mike, we're both bilingual in English and Spanish, so we're able to connect with even more clients who are in need. But yes, a lot of the individuals that I end up speaking with, have a lot of needs. I would say maybe like a lot of the needs that they have is need for housing, need for benefits, employment, food. So one thing that I'm able to do when I meet with clients in custody or while they're in jail, I always take a benefits packet with me. So as I'm talking to the individual and they, if I ask them about their income, I ask them like, how do you get food? And then they tell me, I don't have any income right now. I don't really, have any income for food as well. Then I have that packet with me. We fill it out together. So that something is already in the works for them as far as, applying for CalFresh, applying for general assistance, Medi-Cal if needed. And then, of course, following up with them once they get released and making sure that that connection happens all the way. We really try to go in deeper and try to, understand the individual and not, coming at it at a very like non-judgmental way. Like, I'm here to talk to you to learn more about you. I'm not here to talk to you to pass judgment. I'm here to learn more about you and your life so I can better help you and assist you.
Yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate that perspective. So many times when you're in, especially this system, it's often someone in a position of authority telling you like good, bad. Like, I know what's good. You're acting bad. Act this way and you'll be good. And you can get through this system. And I think we can start being curious about people. we're in a much better position to try to facilitate and collaboratively help them get to a better place that they want to get to.
Awesome.
Thank you for that and all the work you're doing. Michael, born and raised in the Mission. Tell me a little bit about that and how that helped you make a difference. And you can talk about some of the difference it's made in the clients that you work with.
It's one of the biggest tools, in my arsenal that I use. Being from, the city already gives me that, I don't want to say upper hand, but that advantage to connect with the client, because I look like them, I talk like them, I share the same experiences as them. I, was formerly incarcerated myself. So sharing a little bit about, myself to these clients allows them to open up, allows them to feel more comfortable to open up to me, which gives me a better sense of their needs. It helps that I've been through the services that I'm referring these clients to. It's not like I'm saying, oh, go to these services because I know, this is what they offer. No, what I'm telling you is, go to these services because I went through it and it really helped me. I'm an example. I'm a product of their services. One of the biggest issues that I encounter with folks that I see in custody are folks of Latino descent, right? Folks that don't have no papers to work, right? So there are services out there that like the Latino Task Force and Roadmap to Peace that provide those kind of services to individuals that are undocumented to help get them income, to help fix their papers, to get jobs, and just to provide those essential services that prevent them from feeling the obligation to go out and commit crimes to feed their families. One of my main goals on the Reentry Council right now is to come up with a stipend work program for undocumented folks. But in the meantime, there's these services that I offer and refer them to that they are able to be a part of and help them through the process.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Michael. And you're right. As a sanctuary city, we want San Francisco to be more than a place that people can just exist. We want people to actually thrive. Anna, why don't you just tell us about one client that you've seen your work make a difference in the life of?
So when I was thinking about, whose story I can share, I definitely thought of this one individual. It's a young youth in his early 20s from Honduras, had only been in San Francisco for like less than 5 months, newly here. All of his family still in Honduras. He didn't really have much of a support system. He was just in a very desperate need of help and resources. So of course he was undocumented, and he was having trouble finding work, having trouble making positive connections and building his community. Basically what he wanted was a community. He wants to make San Francisco his home. So I was like, okay, like I definitely want to help this individual build a community. I want to help this individual with their immigration, their getting employment, education. So I was able to make a successful referral for the Instituto Familiar de la Raza. They have a program called Cultura Cura. So it's a program for youth, undocumented youth. He has his own personal case manager now that we were able to do a warm handoff with. He came here with like no team. We're starting to build his team, which is awesome. And then he has a case manager now. That case manager is awesome, is helping him with his educational goals, helping him with employment goals. Like it was just a beautiful thing to be able to help someone like make that connection. I was able to share with the client like other resources that I knew, like trying to eliminate as many barriers that the individual is facing so they can actually access the services that they need. So I still want, clients to know like, hey, like we're here. We don't just work with you for like a day and then, you're released, the charges were dismissed. That's not the point of our program. Like, even if your charges are dismissed, like, please, like, utilize us as a positive resource, please, like, reach out to us. That's what we always let our clients know too. Like, this is our office. This is where you come and find me.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Anna. When we talk about public defense, like it's not enough for it to be a job. It's really got to be a calling. And I think that's the kind of people we attract to this office. And to me, both of you two really exemplify that. And the fact that you have that open door policy, that open phone policy, that people are reaching out to you. It's about connecting with the individual services and knowing what logistics are, but it's also about creating that squad, right? That familia, that group that's going to go forward with you. And I think you're both doing that, and not just with individuals, but with agencies. So we're never really operating in a vacuum, and to have people like yourself who know how to connect with strong community-based organizations that can assist people in a culturally competent way, that I think is the new wave of what we're trying to see public defenders can actually accomplish. And I think is going to do a lot for public safety, strong communities, and community health. So thank you so much for sharing this with our audience. If any of you have a loved one who's just been arrested in San Francisco and has not yet been arraigned in court, please reach out to our pretrial release unit. It is one of the most dynamic units in the country in terms of the work that we're doing. And, we will connect people, start working on the cases, and help assess that need for services and really try and create that team that will help our clients get to the next phase, the next stage, and hopefully a better place in life. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share the episodes of our series, and stay tuned for more. Take care, everyone.